from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Chicago Bears. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly. Yeah,
usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. This defense for the Bears, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Finds his tight end Ingram. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And incomplete on the deep ball. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
A first down carry for Barkley. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
A throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 42, and the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game. That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Fields. He finds his man, complete. It's Barber. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Fields on 1st down. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. So nothing doing there, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. 2nd down and goal. Fields. Flush to his right, and he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now Fields on 3rd and goal. Eluding the pressure right. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Justin Fields, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
The tackle there by Brian Poole. Six yards left on 2nd down. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Throwing Jones. And that will be incomplete.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return, and the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Off play action, Fields. Flushed out right. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on third. Fields. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33, and they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
No gain on the play there, second down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Second down, here's Barkley again. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Now Jones. That's to Galladay, and he's got it. Touchdown, New York. Kenny Galladay, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Giants have got it back to a one-score game. Graham Gano on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, here's Fields. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. It'll go in the books as a sack and a loss of a yard, but more importantly, it leads to 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. of the shotgun. They run with Barkley. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind.
Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception.
He's picked off at his own 47 and to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
3 first-half interceptions now. And, Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Fields now to throw. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Spencer. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
Well, here we go on 4th down, Fields.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Giants are going to get the football back. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
It was Melvin Ingram that time who shot in to bring him down.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And they'll get him down here at the 23. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at the 40. Now a give running left with Montgomery. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
8 yards to go on 2nd down. On play action, Fields.
Throw left side complete. That's Barber. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide it. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To throw on 2nd and 6. Fields. He finds his man, complete. It's Barber. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Fields. He finds his man, complete. It's Barber. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They turn to the fullback, Gillespie. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. Down the numbers. There he goes. 30. 10. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Giants touchdown. And that's a linebacker. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Following the fumble recovery, Fields.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Gano out to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Fields. This one swung out to Montgomery. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
First down, here's the run to Montgomery. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Zadarius Smith able to get him down.
If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play that time through the air. 39 yards.
You get a rookie tight end who can run like this, it just gives this offense a different dimension than they've had. It's going to be fun to watch his development and how this offense expands as this season moves along.
Play action. It's Fields. Steps away. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Barber. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion. That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
You think about this strong safety position. You know, they're the more bulkier guys in the free safety, but that time, great athleticism to hustle in and break up that play.
And so much of being a good tackler is understanding and taking the right angles to a ball carrier. And that was just tremendous straight line speed there. He eliminated the angles and was able to meet his man behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and goal, Fields escaping the pressure right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Great defense there on 3rd and goal. They took away everything. Forced him to fire that one to the sideline where no one could get it.
Santos' kick is up and through, and that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same, because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone. How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Jones throw there taken in by Smith.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun, Jones. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And this is picked up by the Bears. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Following the fumble recovery, Fields.
And the Bears are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hit blitz coming, and down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones under pressure, and they got to him again. Melvin Ingram in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Jones. He's going to rifle one deep left side. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Kadarius Toney,
97 yards. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead.
And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Gano for the extra point. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Takes it at the 7. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Their lead down from 21-14, but still sitting in a great spot, up 2 scores here in the 3rd quarter.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a 1st down.
He's going to air one out. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Bears.
Darnell Mooney,
his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Santos with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. And right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Jones now throwing on 1st down. To the right and complete to Galladay. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Eddie Jackson picks it. The 30. 10. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
2nd and 6.
Looking to throw. Jones. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
And he's going to be taken down right at the line. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Back to throw. Jones. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And Ingram hauls it in. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
54 yards rushing for him now to this point.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now Saquon Barkley. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, Jones. He'll rifle this one deep right side.
And, oh, that one going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 11. Looking to throw. Jones. Throwing deep for Galladay. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Eddie Jackson picks it. And the Bears are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. And his throw here's incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
Fields on 3rd down. And it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And some room to maneuver. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Jones on 1st and 10. His pass caught at the 4. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he will get enough for a 1st down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 1. From the gun, Jones. Flush to his right. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Daniel Jones, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Giants get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point try, good by Gano. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the 4th.
No, not at all. And they're trying to get something going after one there. But you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. That one looks like he'll throw here. Sliding out of the pocket. That's complete to Mooney. A big connection on that one. 39 yards.
Even with the big lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away. And frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
They'll run with Montgomery. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Bears, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they will head home next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions.